Stay tuned to find out if this guy can run a 24-hour race before even running a half marathon. What actually happened? It was a blur. A wet blur.
If you ever catch me again entering a competition to win a place in an ultra, shoot me.
So this is the video that you're going to see what actually happened at Loch Ness, how I got on, and really a more detailed look at it than on my Instagram page of actually how I felt and how the actual race broke down. So this is it. Stay tuned. Don't worry, on here I'll be much more serious than that Instagram guy. Yeah, seriousness. Give the people what they want, Al. Hello, this was my pace on lap 1. Shut up. I'm an average runner. No, you're not. You run marathons for fun. I'm an average runner. I'm out of breath and completely pooped on a park run. This is an average runner. This is my background. Do you like it? No, my background is the furthest race I'd probably run was a 10k. And so I was training for the half marathon, my first half marathon, and the Great North Run. Because I'm from the northeast of England, and if you run and you're from the northeast of England, everyone asks, when are you doing the Great North Run? I would reply, never! And then one day, I woke up to them and say, would you mind sponsoring me for the Great North Run? It's happening. So my training, I was working through Garmin on a half marathon training program, and then I won an ultra package. I won a prize at the Loch Ness 24 Ultra Race, a 24-hour race. I could either run it solo, because you're insane, or as part of a relay team. I decided relay. So I joined a small 5, was it 5 or 4? I joined a small 4, 5, edit this bit out on. I joined a 4-person team. I joined a 5-person team. Edit out the wrong one. Terrible with numbers. Okay, straight away, because you're my YouTube followers, you get a little insight here that no one else knows. I haven't told anybody because, well, it's very embarrassing. All I had to do was just head north from the little cottage I was in and get ready for the race the day before. But me being me, what did I do? Yeah, I drove south. I had one way to turn and I drove the wrong way. So I ended up getting to the meetup later than everybody else, out of breath, panicked, stressed. Everyone was waiting for me outside Tesco's, all waiting lovely in the rain. So the reason I was late was the traffic was bad. I couldn't see where I was going, but I also drove the wrong way first. It helps if you drive the right way, Al. Okay, so on meeting everyone outside Tesco's, there was a lot of cuddles and hugs, and a lot of these people I haven't met before, but I knew them from Instagram, so I knew them from little squares on Instagram. It was strange organising a holiday around meeting these little squares, meeting these strangers. As soon as I arrived, hugs, and then everyone, right, let's go. So off we went to Loch Ness. I don't think it stopped raining for the entire weekend. That's saying something. You got Scottish people turning around and saying, wow, even we've never seen rain like this. Oh yeah, Colin, for those who don't know, he's my running coach. He's also a swan. I take him to events and he likes to fly around and get a few shots. So yeah, this is Colin Cam. Putting up the tent was tough in the rain. Me being me, a giant, I brought the biggest one. So yeah, I took a bit of setting up, but I had a lovely teepee. I had some little lights inside as well. That was very nice. After setting up, there was a lot of greetings and meetings, and for me, lots of social awkwardness because, yeah, I'm quite uncomfortable in situations like that. Even though some people were meeting for the first time as well, but again, they knew each other from social media. I was really uncomfortable. There was some people there who, let's just say, had big egos, who were very loud. So I kind of just withdrew to my tent at that point. On the first night when we all arrived, there's about 25 of us, and we're all in little teams. The first night, I found it particularly tough. I didn't know where to go. Everybody else seemed to be in their own little cliques and their little groups already. And yeah, honestly, I felt really alone. I was missing my girls. They were in the cottage at Speenbridge. And then when I got to Loch Ness, I realised some people had brought families and dogs. And I was like, why didn't I do that as well? And I was thinking too much about, maybe I should just concentrate on the running. Let them have the luxuries of a cottage and the warmth. They probably wouldn't want to join me in a wet tent anyway. So yeah, I was feeling quite awkward. You know when you get that feeling, I get that feeling, I don't know where I want to be. I'm awkward, I want to withdraw, but there's other part of me that's saying, get out there and meet people. So I go out there, I meet people, I hang around, and then I feel awkward. I don't know what to say. Conversation wasn't coming naturally. So yeah, I left, went back to my tent. There was a communal, larger tent near the start line where you could buy beers and play games and chat. Eventually I felt I needed to go there. So off I went. Got there, again, everyone's in their own groups, everyone seems to be having a great time. I was hoping I would walk into a room and just be welcomed. I don't know if it's sometimes with my size and, I don't know, my resting face. No one wants to talk to me. No one really knows me. And they just see the scowling Viking. So I just sat on my own for some time. And yeah, this is what I did. You can tell by the footage here, I'm struggling. This is really tough. I'm trying to even pretend I'm happy or put in a brave face, but this is tough. And to think everything that's still got to come ahead, everything was starting to get very overwhelming at this point. Thankfully, my team captain, she came over, she saw me and started talking to me and relaxed us somewhat. I decided to go back to my tent because that communal area wasn't quite working. Maybe if I just go to my tent on my own, have some time to myself, and have an early night ready for the race the next day. I couldn't really sleep during the night. Lots of tents around me, lots of people were in each other's tents having conversations and laughter. So I found that particularly tough as well. Again, I felt like I was letting everybody down. Everyone had these expectations of what Personnel Best would be like. And I got there and I didn't know what to do. So I kind of hid. And then, yeah, I then shot a bit of footage of how I was feeling at the time. Really raw, and I don't think I was actually going to actually use it. I was just kind of little voice notes and diaries for myself. But actually, I'm thinking now it might be a good time to share, just to show some of the things I go through my head and possibly other people's heads who are suffering like I do with social awkwardness, anxiety, and depression. You can get these environments where you can put on a fake smile, you can be around people, but when you withdraw, you suddenly start analysing everything. Should I have said something? Should I have gone there? Should I not? Should I stay here? Maybe I shouldn't stay here. Maybe I should go over there. Maybe I should shut up. Maybe I should just sleep. No, maybe I should stay awake. Everything was going on. So yeah, so here's a little bit of me in a tent at a real low point.
Okay, so I've arrived at base camp Loch Ness 24. Set up my amazing tent. Got some lovely solar lights. Looks very nice. But yeah, I'm struggling. I'm finding it difficult. Struggling to fit in. Anxiety's going to the roof. I just want to withdraw and just get it over with. kind of miss my girls, and it's hard being on my own. Even though I like being on my own, this is different. This is my own. Yeah, I can hear tents around me with giggling voices and friendships and long distance friendships, me joining happiness, and it's, yeah. And then there's me, a big tent alone. See what tomorrow brings.
Okay, race day. We all met just before the race started for team photographs and general getting to know everybody. And there was a really good vibe, lots of energy at the beginning. And suddenly I was starting to feel a bit better. It wasn't about me anymore. It was about the event. I didn't have to worry about what I was doing. Everyone was focused and getting ready to go for the off. And it starts with Nessie. Nessie leads them out. It's a bit of a Nessie chase, really. Who can catch the Nessie with the big flares? I don't know why people struggle to take a picture of Nessie. It's pretty easy. She's right there. So tally ho, there's Nessie. Go get her. The Loch Ness 24 course was a 7-kilometre course over very different terrain, from pebbles, mud, grass, shoreline, everything. Big roots, tree roots. It was interesting. I haven't done much trail running, but I knew this was going to be fun. It's a 7-kilometre loop though, and it was do as many loops as possible. Now it worked it out that if I did 7, that took me over marathon distance, and that would be my furthest I've ever run in one day. Obviously, I wasn't going to run it all in one go. I was part of a relay team, but I knew if I could get 7 laps in, I'd be really happy with that. So to start, lap 1, I was choosing different outfits for each lap 2. So lap 1, I kind of raced around really quick, too quick. But that's the way races happens, right? You just go out so fast, you get excited and you just go for it. So yeah, lap 1, flew round. It was raining quite badly and the course was already getting quite muddy. The next time I went out, because it was so wet, I decided I'm going to start doing some double laps because that saves my dry gear. That was the main challenge, going from dry to wet gear all the time and trying to keep your dry things dry. It was becoming a real issue. So I decided I'm going to do a double lap. So yeah, I'm going to do a 14k, laps 2 and 3. And out I went. I found that really tough. Doing that distance of that terrain, that hurt. And then when I finished, I was absolutely steaming. You could see how hot I was in the cold conditions. And yeah, that took it out of me. I thought, oh my word, I've done 3 laps and I am done. What am I going to keep doing? But went back to my tent and just had a little few moments. Found somebody was supplying me with hot water, so I had my first cup of tea. Anyone who knows me knows I drink a lot of tea. Once I've had a cup of tea, I feel a lot better. What? I'm English. Yorkshire tea. So yeah, after I've had a few moments to recuperate, you get like a few hours on the team. So I think it was a couple of hours I had to myself to get nutrition and hydration back into my system. As runners, we kind of have a short-term memory loss of how much the previous run hurt. Hence, everyone signs up for another half marathon straight after the last one, even though during it they'd be saying, never again. And this is kind of like what happened to me. So laps 4 and 5, I was going out about 8:30 at night. The length of time it was going to take me to do this, I knew it was going to start getting dark. So head torches were needed because it was going to get really dark in that wood. But I knew if I can get this done before midnight, I'm in a strong position. So, laps 4 and 5. Get out there, Al. Smash it.
Perfect. Woo!
When I left to do my double lap, I crossed over with my captain, Geese, and she's looked at me and she knew I was struggling. I'm the kind of person as well who, when somebody asks, are you all right? Straight away, yeah, I'm fine. But I wasn't fine. I was in a lot of pain. Doing that double lap, I remember at times I was starting to run sideways. Somebody ran alongside me and talking, and I had no idea what they were saying. Concentration was going. I was just plodding along, shuffling, and yeah, I was getting really slow. People getting concerned, thinking, is Al still on the course? But when I got back, I found a lovely warm bowl of pasta waiting for me inside my tent and a custard donut. Oh my word. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a team captain. That when you're exhausted, food like that is just the best. So yeah, above and beyond our team captain. Then I thought I'm going to have some sleep. It was getting close to midnight. I'm going to need to sleep. But not for long. I had 5 laps. I needed 2 more. Sleep Al. It's 4:30. Go again, Al. So out we go again. This time with my bright orange shirt, just in case no one can see me. And out I went. And this time it was really quiet on the course. The mud was crazy. Places on the course were like a slip and slide. But I didn't fall over. I don't know how some of them ultra runners do it though, because I am thinking I'm going at top speed, hanging onto side bushes, try not to lose my footing, and they just go straight through the middle, overtake me, and like they will never fall over. The balance was insane. And these solo runners who had not stopped were running past me, saying, well done. What are you talking about? Well done you. What you're doing is insane, mate. Well done, mate. Well done you. So yeah, 4:30 went out again and did it. Lap 6. What do I do next? I went straight back to my tent. Ate some Haribo at crazy o'clock in the morning. You know, you shouldn't be eating sweets unless you're an ultra runner. And then it's okay to eat Haribo 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6:30 came and I knew I'm going again. This is it. One more lap. 7 kilometers. 6:30. The deadline is 10 o'clock. You can do this. Just one more lap. So out I went. With my Wile E. Coyote t-shirt on. And this time it felt different because I knew every tree root, every pebble, every piece of mud was the last time I'd see it. Because when you're doing laps, it gets mundane, it gets tiresome, you get sick of seeing the same things, even though it can be stunningly beautiful. Sometimes, yeah, like if I see that tree root one more time. But yeah, the 7th lap was actually enjoyable. And then when I was coming into the end, it started getting emotional that I've set myself this, to me, crazy challenge. Like, how can somebody who hasn't run a half marathon just run an ultra distance? But it's about pushing your goals and dreaming big. If you fail, you haven't failed, you've started. But I wanted this 7. And I was going to get it. Coming into the last 100 metres, amazing. And yeah, and then when I finished, no one had the 7th lap done. Oh, it's just pure elation. I think there was a lot of ultra runners were thinking, could I do another lap? Could I do? No, I could have probably done another lap. I knew I had nothing left, and that was a great feeling. Nope, I'm not interested in going up and doing another one. But you could do 8, and you could shut up. There was no way. I knew when I finished that lap, it was time for me to celebrate. And what better way than go and get a bacon sandwich and a cup of coffee? My word. Again, when you're completely exhausted, dehydrated, and starving. Food and drink just taste amazing. I mean, water tastes amazing. So this caramel latte. Mwah! Stuff of the gods. Yeah, and so that was my Loch Ness 24. And I had all these runners, all these friends saying to me they were so happy for me and what I have achieved. More so, a lot of them, than their own achievements. They'd done amazing laps, they'd huge distances, but they knew for me, I wanted to do 7 and I'd never gone anywhere near that. So them being so happy for me was amazing, really amazing, that people that you've never really met really sharing in your achievements. And that I think is what the running community is. We're all in this together and we're all supporting each other. And when you're down, we're there with you to pick you back up. And when you're at the top and you're celebrating, we all celebrate with you. Yeah. I entered that field at Loch Ness, surrounded by strangers. When I left, I was amongst friends. Look at it, look at it. Yeah, so Loch Ness 24. Smashed it. So yeah, if you've got goals, if you've got things out there that you want to go for, just do it. What's the worst that could happen? Life's a pretty dark place at times. What's wrong with setting a goal that you think is just out of reach? Then do it. If you fail, you failed. Doesn't matter. But you went for it. And that is amazing. Now, I haven't really started my social media, let's say, journey on YouTube for very long. I think this is probably my 6th video. But I won the star prize amongst my team of 25 people. And the star prize was a trophy. And the trophy they gave me was "The Ego Has Landed." What?
There's no better person to give that to than Al.
Yeah!
There you go, my man.
And I won this. Bing! The Who Dropped the Dipper trophy. The Who Dropped the Dipper was the team that I was part of. And they want to give this to the biggest social media kind of selfie taker on the event. What? Me? I didn't take many videos. It's not like I'm going to do a video after this and sum up everything and put this on. Okay, maybe it was deserved. Right, fair enough. But yeah, so my first trophy. My first trophy for making social media content. Next time, it'll be a BAFTA. So Ant Deck, I'm coming for you. First a bit of wood with some lights in. Next, a bigger one. Because it rained so much as well, I needed something, a souvenir to sum up the event. To sum it up perfectly, I find, is always via fridge magnet. The tackiest, the better. And I don't think you can get any more tacky or sum up my event and experience at Loch Ness other than this. Yep, there's Nessie with an umbrella because it never stopped raining. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and look out for more videos coming on YouTube from now on. This is what I'm going to really go for. YouTube, I like it. I can talk more. I've got so much to say and such nonsense. Stay tuned. Coming up next week will be my look into what actually happened at the Great North Run. Oh my, now that was next level. Gabby, can you put the kettle on? Thank you. Just Gabby Logan. Honestly. So whatever life throws at you, look at it as running and use my running life mantra. Shoulders back, chest forward, hips forward, a butt forward. Always look forward. Leave behind you. It's in the past. It's gone. The future is yours. Be kind to yourself and others and smash it. See you next time.
Wop,